the episode in Louisville, Kentucky, via Wait, was Kentucky the state that thought they could vote for Mamdani? Did you see?
I did not.
Oh, there was a state that got mad because a bunch of people, when all the New York elections were so big and popular that people were showing up in other states to vote, and they're like, "Why can't we vote?" And they're like, "Because it's not our election time." They're like, well,
you're not allowed to vote for the New York mayorship, and frankly, you really shouldn't be allowed to vote for anyone.
I think that's
because this is actually terrifying. I'm scared for our nation.
You clearly don't know how the government works. Why would you want to add your 2 cents to this?
Can I just write on my ballot that I don't like Muslims?
Well, I'm putting Hitler
Am I allowed to do that?
I'm writing the name Hitler somewhere, and no one's stopping me.
You can write something Islamophobic on your ballot.
Can I put the word Hitler in this Kleenex box? It's empty. I feel better. But we're going to Louisville, Kentucky. We're the home of the Sluggers, all right, via WAVE3. Settlement reached in lawsuit filed by Breonna Taylor's neighbors against former LMPD officer. A settlement has been reached in a civil lawsuit filed against former Louisville police officer Brett Hankinson in the aftermath of Breonna Taylor's shooting death. Cody Etherton and Chelsea Naper filed a total of 4 lawsuits in connection to the raid, demanding $12 million in damages. 3 of Hankinson's bullets traveled through a shared wall into the couple's apartment during the raid that ended in Taylor's death. 1 bullet entered the room where the couple's then 5-year-old slept.
Damn.
That's crazy. A jury found Hankinson not guilty of wanton endangerment for the bullets that entered Etherton and Naper's apartment. The couple's civil lawsuit followed in response. A newly released court filing revealed that those cases filed on behalf of the family were all settled outside of court. The U.S. District Attorney, or the U.S. District Court order, allows part of the settlement money to go towards the minor plaintiffs, the children, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
The court recognized their approval isn't necessary for the amount they would be receiving, but confirmed that these claims against Hankinson have been resolved. It is not clear how much money Etherton and Naper will receive, but the filing says 2 of their children received settlements under $25,000. So
they settled outside. They didn't get the $12 million they were asking for. A jury sided against them and said it was not wanton endangerment when these cops were just
blasting,
unloading, bullets were flying into their baby child's bedroom.
My question is, what is wanton endangerment if
it's not that?
Shooting into someone's home recklessly and going through neighbors. You are like the bad guys at that point. You are like the quote unquote.
The bad guy apparently was Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, who started shooting once a no-knock raid. People were busting into his apartment. He reacted like how many white Southern men would be proud to react in that situation. And then that was his fault that cops just started just eyes closed, tears streaming like everywhere they could.
But the split
all
second,
over the apartment complex.
The excuse to have the split second, my life was in danger, it never works for if you're on the other end of cop violence.
Yeah, and the Breonna Taylor, I mean, it was a tragedy on top of a tragedy because there was not even a murder charge in all of the saga of Breonna Taylor. There was not even a charge for murder that happened in that. The resulting of Breonna Taylor's death, who, if y'all remember, had absolutely nothing to do with any. The whole warrant was fucked up in the first place. That was a big part of it. They were falsifying the warrant in the first place, but that falsified warrant was not for Breonna Taylor in the first place either. She ends up being shot to death. Not even a charge, not even a formal accusation of murder on the police. And this is more of that fallout where a jury could not even convict these cops of wanton endangerment when they're firing bullets into a little child's bedroom of a neighboring apartment unit. So
I don't even know how you come to the conclusion. The kids can get money. The adults, man, y'all act like y'all ain't never had bullets in your house before. It's like, how are we splitting hairs here? Why are kids getting settlements? Yes, the kids should get money too. Everybody who had to deal with the trauma of this should receive all the money they can get. But I just don't understand the jury's decision here, especially when such a high profile case. You would just assume everybody's like, let's just.
No. Yeah. I mean, it was Louisville. be in Louisville, and it's like what came of Breonna Taylor. The DOJ, like years later, was like, all right, here's some new requirements, new guidelines, whatever it's called. It's escaping me the actual term where they'll come in and make a department have to abide by new guidelines, and it's like, okay, one department now has some new rules they have to follow. And just very recently, our first episode of this podcast, we covered another man neighboring Louisville, a different police department right next door to Louisville, where they busted into, this time, the complete wrong address and killed a man defending himself there. And so I believe Doug Harless, I believe, was his name. And I mean, based on the results of Breonna Taylor, it's hard to be optimistic that there will be any accountability there as well.
Yeah.